What's going on, everybody? It's your host of the Blessing Thoughts podcast, and I'm here to let you know if you've been thinking about starting your own podcast but don't know where to go, then look no further, because Anchor is a tool for you. Anchor is a free podcast distribution site that allows you to record your podcast, and you can edit them on the site yourself, and then you can upload them. They'll even help expand your podcast to more platforms just by a click of a button, distribute them to other platforms such as Spotify or Apple. And if you want to make money from podcasting, Anchor helps with that too, by helping you get ads you can promote on your podcast, just like what I'm doing right now. So look no further and go download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and start your podcasting journey today. Peace. What's going on, everybody? It's Digital Relaxation here, and we are back again with another episode of the Relaxing Thoughts podcast. We are on episode 11, and this one is going to be it's going to be another short one. At least I think it is. I might end up rambling, maybe, I don't know, but so far it might be a short one. So without further ado, let's just get into this. As always, of course, I like to talk about things I've been up to since the last episode. I mean, not much has changed. Well, a lot has changed and not much has changed at the same time. But I actually finished watching the entire Wu Assassin series. I mean, it's only one season. I think there's gonna be a second season because it ended in a cliffhanger, cliffhanger-ish. But yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I mean, I definitely recommend if you got nothing to watch and if you're into martial arts and weird fantasy, different reality stuff. Like I said, the CGI in it is very like noticeably bad. So I mean, if you can just get past that, this is a good watch. Other than that, I actually have had to start working a lot because we had got hit with the snowstorm like a week ago, and that led to a lot of people not being able to make it, so they wanted to make those days up by having us work the weekends. And at this point, it's just been like non-stop. Like, I haven't had like a legit day off yet, so I'm just trying to deal with that right now, but managing it. So I had to take a break from gaming for a bit, but I have returned back to it. Apex started a new season. Slowly still diving into it. Haven't completely like played a lot of it yet. But I am going back into finishing the medium. I streamed it the other day. Hopefully I'm gonna finish it. I'm actually getting interested in the story more now. It finally picked up, I guess, so that's good. Of course, the videos, the walkthrough will be on my YouTube channel. You want to watch it, catch up and see what you missed, or you can come check out my stream. Both names is Digital Relaxation, so follow me on there. So yeah, this one, I'm just gonna keep it, well, not simple, but I mean, this is a moment in history where we celebrate Black History Month. I mean, there's different ways you want to look at it. I mean, there's people who like, there's those people that say, why do they deserve a Black History Month? Or and there's people that saying all we get is a month despite everything that happened. I mean, I'm not here to argue with that and debate that. I'm just celebrate the past, what was done to allow for our future and our present. So I'm gonna, take what has been given, well, not given, but what has been fought for us to be able to even enjoy and things. I mean, it's a shame that life had to work that way, but I mean, yeah, that's another discussion for another time. I don't know. So yeah, on this episode, just gonna celebrate some Black history. Well, not necessarily Black history. I'm just gonna be honoring Black people and Black characters, because I'm gonna do it my way, since video games and anime are big in my life. I'm gonna list off like 5 of my favorite anime characters, 5 of my favorite video game characters for people of color, as well as 5 content creators that I enjoy watching, and that either inspired or motivated me. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go into my anime list. For the anime list, of course, it's gonna be the same thing with games. I'm keeping it 1 character per series, so I'm not gonna name like 3 people from 1 show, and I'm not going to reach for Black people, because I know the Black community like to say Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z is basically like, when we look at him, his demeanor and everything, like he just seemed like a Black person, but I'm not gonna go by that logic. So yeah, without further ado, my first character will be Killer Bee from Naruto Shippuden. I mean, man came on the scene making a big impact from jump. I mean, I believe he at the time, I think he was probably the only Jinchuriki like who had complete control, like complete synchronization with his tail beast. I'm not sure if I'm wrong. I think I've seen the 2 tails kind of went into her tail beast form on command. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like she may have just let her rage take control of her, but this man just be dipping in and out of it like it's part of him, like the way he can just take one part of his body and turn it into the tail beast part. And it's just dope, like the mastery he has with it and the bond he has with his tail beast. Like he has to teach Naruto how to do it. Like Naruto suffered dealing with his Jinchuriki like the entire series until he met Killer Bee, and even at that, it still took him a while afterwards. Like he completely became in sync with the 9 tails during the war, so it took a while for Naruto to finally get into get one-on-one with his tail beast. So dope that he did that. Then of course his first major appearance, Sasuke tried to pull up on him thinking he was nice because he thought he really beat his brother. That's another story for another time. I mean, we all know that Itachi was running on borrowed time, so that fight wasn't legit in my eyes. So Sasuke was riding his high horse and got humbled real quick when he thought he could take on the 8 tails. And not only that, he watched his whole team with them, like brought that man to near death, like damn near twice, brought his team to damn near death, like, and then not only that, when they thought they captured him, they didn't even catch him, so they failed their mission and got washed. Like, this man was just dope. Not only that, during the fight, he displayed his swordplay abilities. Man had like 8 knives. Like the way he was able to freaking maneuver and wield them from different parts of his body and move so effortless, like everything just flows as one with this man. So like he definitely has great movement, great technique, and of course one of the best things ever is this man got bars. Like the fact this man just be sitting there rapping. I mean, of course the joke is that everyone makes fun of him for rapping, saying that he sucks, but we don't care. We like it. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this is no in particular order either. This is just my characters. So I'm not saying that he's my favorite. So, but yeah. Second, I'm gonna go with Carol from Carol and Tuesday. I mean, what's there not to say about her? Like, her energy is just amazing in the show. Like, she just mad chill and mad upbeat. Like, a lot of things that happened and she went through in her life, yet she still like never let anything tear her down. Like, the strong will in her and to keep pushing through. Not only that, like when she found Tuesday, like Tuesday had ran away from home in the beginning of the show. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil the whole show for those that haven't watched it. I would definitely recommend watching this anime, especially if you're into like music. It's just a music anime. Very, very great songs in it. Actually some well-known artists actually play some people like during the singing parts, so that's dope. Not only that, she's an amazing singer. Well, her voice actress is, which she's also played by a black woman, so great. I know people like to harp on that black characters should be voiced by black people and such, so yeah, it's great that we got that as well. But yeah, like in the beginning of the show, Tuesday had ran away from home, and the fact that Carol just, I mean, because they bonded over their love of music and their, I think they was able to connect through their feelings with each other when they played music with each other for the first time. But yeah, like just took this complete stranger with her and like gave her a place to stay and whatever, and like supported her through her issues in life and what she was trying to escape from. And I mean, Tuesday, I mean, who definitely supported her too, but Carol was definitely like the backbone of like that duo. But yeah, definitely check the show out if you have not seen it. It's 2 seasons. It should be on Netflix as well, so yeah. My next one is Michiko Melandro from Michiko to Hachin. I mean, she's like the definition of being a strong, independent black woman. Like, everything about her just screams like power. Like, she don't take nothing from nobody. Like, she's her own person. Like, when she getting chased down by the law, she still fight back. When she getting into it with other gangs, she's fight back. Like, she don't take nothing from nobody. But not, I mean, and I know that it sucks that it's like, usually when they say, no, I'm a strong, independent black woman, I don't need no man, but she's dude end up the whole show basically chasing after a man. But I mean, later on you'll see how that go. If you have not seen that, I also recommend that. It's a great anime to watch. She also like cared for this child during the whole show and protected her as if like that was her own child, despite not really having no real relationships with her, just due to the fact that she's the child of the man that she's chasing after. So it was kind of like her bargaining chip, I guess, but eventually they grow to get a real bond that was mother-daughter-ish. So that's a good show to watch. Great animation and everything dope about it. My next one, this one I was gonna say another character, but I'm gonna give it to this guy, which is Kuzan or Aokiji from One Piece. I mean, this man's just dope as hell. I mean, just love his laid back attitude when he like everything about him when you first see him just shouts like why you should love him. Like you see him like just mad, just chilling, mind his own business despite being a very high ranking person in the Marines at the time. And then like man has one of the most OP devil fruits. The ability to he's basically an ice human, which if you don't know anything about the world of One Piece, I know a lot of people are skeptical about watching it, but there's these things called devil fruits, which is basically that universe of powers. People are granted powers from eating the fruit, but the curse of it is that you can't swim. Like once you basically land in the ocean, you're just paralyzed. So the fact that this man has the ice ability, and what he does is like literally rides his bike and freezes the ocean while riding it, and just like makes a bicycle trail just riding on the ocean. Like this man is like in the middle of death, basically, like one bad move and he's in the ocean, he's dead, and he's just chilling riding the bike like it's nothing, like it's just a Sunday stroll. And then not to mention like when the main characters come to square up with him, this man bodies all the strong fighters of the crew like it was nothing. So yeah, definitely dope. Like just the strongness of him, but also like his demeanor is like he don't really want to fight, but it's like if you push him, he got no problem shutting you down. So that's dope. And last but not least, Canary from Hunter x Hunter. I mean, when I first seen her, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I mean, she's very young, but despite being young, like she is strong as hell. Like she was just constantly knocking Gon back when he kept on trying to push forward. And I mean, the fact that a freaking powerful family of assassins hired this girl who's probably no more than 12 to be their butler, aka bodyguard, like speaks volumes to her capabilities as a combatant. So, and Lord only knows like how far she will go once she gets older in terms of strength. But also one thing that's dope about her is that she knows how to empathize with people. Like, you know, usually when you living in a house with assassins, like showing emotion is like one of the last things you want to do. You know, you don't want to show no trace of weakness or nothing. You want to just be a killing machine. But the fact that she's like able to still keep her humanity and still be a badass is like, you know, we can relate to that. You know, she's not just one track minded. And definitely like her look for people that cosplay her. Like a very nice suit get up. Like it's not, you know, it's just like, it's not, no, she don't have to look like a typical female. I mean, not saying nothing wrong with that, but it's like, it's just the elegant look of just this chick in a suit and tie with her cane, but can destroy you at any time. So those are my 5 anime characters. I mean, I could name some of my Reach characters, but I'm not. And we can go into my video game characters. Gonna start off with a recent one because I just actually recently beat this game for the second time. Marcus from Watch Dogs 2. I mean, this man is a very, very strong leader when you play throughout the game. Like, as you play through the game, you see like members of his team like can really follow behind him, because like he don't just talk the talk, he definitely like about it. Like he has no problem being in the front line, getting his hands dirty. And I love that he constantly like, he knows how to put his friends and peers first, as well as also looking out for the little guy. I mean, that's the whole goal of this group of hackers, you know, not trying to let these big corporations screw over the little guy that have no fighting chance. So no, they got their goal is to get in between and disrupt that system. But it's the fact that he like this missions where he's willing to like go out and like even the smallest thing, and he would go out and help it. Like it affects, like he takes things very personal, I guess, like when someone is getting screwed over in life. But also being a very intelligent person, despite, you know, of course, being a very great hacker, being very resourceful. I mean, I played the game my second time around, non-lethal, so the fact that, yeah, you can bypass like these high stronghold security places without pulling the trigger, it shows how resourceful this man can be with just the power of his technology and his mind. So it's like great to know that we don't need a stereotypical tough black guy to, you know, get what he wanted to overcome his enemies. Like this man can just use his mind and overcome. Like even when they went through their downfall in the game, like they was able to turn that around, and they didn't really have to resort to violence like that. Next would be Lifeline, or AJ Shea from Apex Legends. I mean, that was my first main. I mean, she kind of is my main in Apex Legend. I bought I bought her with, I guess, the Lifeline edition, the physical version for her, as well as I own one of her pops. So she's definitely one of my favorite characters. She's a very great ally. I mean, despite not only for storyline wise, she's in the Apex games. I mean, shows that she's willing to go toe to toe with people who are like trained fighters. Like, despite she's a medic person, healing should come first in her nature, but the fact that she has no problem getting her hands dirty into a fight as well shows how strong she is. And just her positive attitude, like she don't really have any like angry quotes or quips like that. Like she's always just very upbeat and happy. It's just vibes and energy that you will love, especially when you're in the middle of things in the fight. You need someone to keep things positive for your team, so that's great. As well as for gameplay wise, she's also a very great pick. You can't never go wrong having Lifeline on your team, someone that can heal you, as well as she drops care package that give items that can help your team. So also, no, she's the all around package of offense and support. My next would be CJ, or Carl Johnson from GTA San Andreas. I mean, this man returned home after losing his mother. Then we learned what happened with his brother and how he felt that he was to blame for that, so he ran away from home. So after dealing with knowing that he lost his mom while he wasn't around, it's like he felt like he had a duty to right his wrongs. So coming back to change things in his life and fix his past was, that's one journey in itself. But the fact that from the game, like when you start the game, I mean, the cops take your money, you get thrown in the wrong gang territory, all you have is your white beater in the pants, and of course the favorite intro line, here we go again. Man went from that towards the end of the game. I mean, he owns a car garage in San Fierro with his sister, and he has part ownership in the casino with Uzi. He becomes a music manager for Mad Dog, who at the end cutscene, I think he had a gold album at the end. But I mean, pretty sure at the 90s that was huge. I think it was gold, I don't know, it probably went platinum. But the fact that basically he had a successful artist under his name. And then not only that, of course, just maxing out your respect level in the game, of course. And storyline wise, he got the respect of his family, his peers. You saw in the beginning of the game how his brother was just like always dogging him and just being angry with him, to like respecting his, seeing like how he literally came back and changed everything around for the good. So definitely a great character, and the cause was like some of the best dialogues and voice acting moments from this character. Next, I'm gonna go with Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3. I mean, this man is just a total badass, like a military trained, and got screwed over. Spoiler alert. I mean, it kind of happens in the beginning of the game, but it's what drive the whole game. Play Mafia 3. I definitely recommend playing that. I mean, I haven't played all the Mafias. I'm not gonna say definitely play the Mafia series, but definitely play Mafia 3. I mean, you don't really need to know about the other Mafias. At least I didn't. I mean, I played it just fine. Only thing is that I believe the main character from Mafia 2 he is in the game of Mafia 3, but this takes place like years after that, so he's much older. So it's not a direct sequel, so you don't have to worry about so much about what happened to that character, I guess, after the end of the second game. But yeah, so I mean, man got turned on by this mob boss, watched his family die, was left for dead after he got shot in the head, and was able to survive that. Came back with a vengeance. I mean, this man tore everything down, like attacked them from everywhere it hurts before he went directly to the main dude. Like, he wanted to cripple this man. Like, he wanted him to feel what he felt at that moment, and then ended up taking over the city. And the fact that he did all of this during the time period of the 60s in the South, and you already know, being a person of color in that area as is already just one thing, but at that time period it was already 10 times worse, when KKK is like still very prevalent in the world. So the fact that this man was able to just say, I don't care about none of that, like, I got an agenda, I got a mission, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to handle this. So definitely dope. And last but not least, I'm gonna go with Evelyn. I'm definitely not gonna try to say her full name. I believe it's like French, but from Assassin's Creed Liberation. Sadly, she only got a handheld release in the franchise, which was for the PS Vita. RIP to that console. But also she was the first female assassin lead in the game. I believe there was 2 more after her, if I'm not mistaken, but she was the first one. She plays the role of like being an assassin, like it's like some superhero stuff, like she assassin at night, and then next she fair, I don't know how to say it, like I want to say a maiden or whatever, like she's like a very proper girl because she was raised to be that way by her family. So the fact that she was like living this double life, and on one hand she's over here just being a sweet innocent girl, practicing her piano lessons or whatever. The next she's over here freeing slaves and just destroying Templars. She's a very skilled assassin as well. Like, of course, the game mechanics is based off of the Assassin's Creed 3 engine, which I mean, gameplay, fighting, combat wise, I mean, is very good. So it definitely shows like her capabilities as a fighter. Also, she ended up teaming up with the lead of Assassin's Creed 3, Connor, which, to my knowledge, that was the first on-screen assassin lead crossover, where two leads of a game took place in a mission together. To be honest, I don't even recall any other time this has happened. So it might be the only time, maybe, but that's definitely the first time it happened. I know that. So yeah, so there you go with my 5 game characters. I mean, I could have named some characters, but I didn't. It would have been a stretch. Name some of them. Like, I want to go strictly with like 100% video game characters, not like characters that was from a movie that turned into a video game or something like that. So yeah. And then I'm gonna end it off with my final list. These are content creators, people of color, or mostly black owned people and groups that I watch and that have inspired me through my content creating journey, or just people I just generally enjoy watching and think you guys should check them out as well. First, start off with Swoozy. He was formerly a pro gamer. Don't think he is now. I'm pretty sure he's definitely, gaming is gaming. That's always gonna be your passion and your love, but I don't think he takes it as serious as he once did. Which is funny because that's how I ended up finding out about him. Back in 2009, there was a TV show called WCG Ultimate Gamer, which I wish a show like that still exists and I can be in it. But it's basically reality TV for video game players. Like, there's a group of people who are gamers who are just, they all living in this house, and of course the goal is for them to just see who's the best gamer of them. So it's like, they took the best of the best gamers of the time period and put them together and see who's the best. So they all play different games. Some people are good at fighting while others aren't, so they had to sit there and like legit cram all night learning how to play a fighting game so that they don't get eliminated the next round. So that was dope. I was rooting for him. Sadly, he lost because he let his hunger get to him. I think he made it to top 4 if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, that was dope. But not only that, found out that he's also Trinidadian, which I'm half Trinidadian, so showed like my connection to him even more. Like the fact that it's another dude who's like me and play video games like me from the same place as me. Well, I'm not from there, but I believe he's from there originally. So yeah. Now he mostly makes these dope animation videos. He do like these story videos talking about moments in his life. Definitely a great watch if you just like hearing the crazy over the top stories about someone's life that you would think like how like how is this all real? But so this man has a very interesting life, and the animations and stuff makes it a lot better and enjoyable, so you can actually like have a visual idea of what it is he's talking about. So definitely would check him out if you're into animation and storytelling and just comedy. Next would be RDC World. I mean, these dudes busted on the scene with their what was it? When people take anime too real. The fact that it's like I don't know, like they basically, like most black people, done these things with their friends at some point in their time. So it's the fact that they was able to capitalize on this market, so it makes it more relatable for us to see that these people are doing this. Like we always felt this way, so it's nice to see that they're over here doing it. Like they're making these very, definitely top quality. Like they definitely improved over time. When they just first started their videos, they used to they're influenced by anime, video games, sports, sometimes television, cartoon shows and stuff, and they just roll with it and have a ball. It seems like they enjoy doing what they do. Seeing it's a team of like young dudes like doing this as well, like literally like chasing their dreams, and that's because always my goal. Like I've been like a big promoter of chasing your dreams, like since 2012. I want to say that was something that I always focus on doing in my life. So nice to see other people doing it too. It's always good to try to strive for more or just do more. You don't have to be your normal everyday life every day. Next, I would go to cartoon management. This guy he just makes these dope animated web series. I started watching him at like 2012. Definitely seeing how his quality and animation skills have improved since then. Like it's just like at some point they were looking like real flat. Even the audio quality for the voiceover was kind of bad sometimes, and then he just stepped it all up. Definitely like motivated me to see, like, don't give up on working on your craft. Like this man is mostly doing these animations himself, cause he reach out to other people to do the voiceover for the characters, and the fact that he's able to like build this all together and just keep pushing through it all. Like definitely like keep working on your craft no matter whatever it is you're interested in. Like even if you feel like it sucks now, like you're just gonna keep working on it, improve. It's gonna get better eventually. You gotta believe in yourself first, but other people do. He also made these dope web series using the GTA 5 game, like doing like role play series. So he's definitely dope at storytelling and character building and stuff. Just give this man the right platform and he'll make something good out of it. Definitely good to check out. I'll say due to the fact that he is doing most of the animation and stuff by himself, he isn't as consistent as he was, because you get older, and because over the years he became a father as well, so he has duties. So I can't knock him for his lack, not I won't say his lag, but his slow down and pacing of his uploads. So I'll say, if you definitely appreciate quality, I'll stick around with him for a while. But if you're new to him, you'll have a lot to watch, and you'll definitely get the appeal and the enjoyment out of him. Next, is SSJ 9K or SSJ Carter. I found him when he was doing like his own versions of like the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series, because we know Team 4-Star was mainly taking that title, but he was doing his own. But sadly, YouTube wasn't rocking with him as much as Team 4-Star, so most of his videos will always get taken down or copyrighted, so he has to keep making different channels. So at that point you have options to say, you know what, clearly I can't do this, so I'm just gonna stop making these videos and just give up on YouTube. But this man said nah, he just completely rebranded and reinvented his channel. And basically, I don't know how long he's been doing animation, but the fact that he just completely changed over to animation, and the fact, so I mean, I don't know when he started, but the fact that he sat there and learned and definitely improved over time to, do something that he really enjoyed doing. Like, he really enjoyed doing his voiceover and his voice acting and stuff. The fact that he wanted to like make sure that you guys have a visual to see what it is that he's doing, like the commitment and dedication it took for him to do that. So I mean, mostly just especially going by his name, he mainly do Dragon Ball Z stuff. Once in a while he'll dip into like Naruto, but most of the time it's just gonna be Dragon Ball Z. So if you're into seeing someone have their own side take on the Dragon Ball Z verse, definitely check him out. And yeah, definitely inspiring to show that, it's not, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself and rebrand yourself. If you feel something's not working or the forces that be is stopping you, don't give up. Just figure a way around it and just go, start over from there. And he definitely built himself up. Like, definitely going from like when it was his channel was like hard to find because it was being taken down, or he had to make a side one, and now it's like he has these definitely show he hit millions. Definitely show he hit 1 million at least on his main channel. Can actually check right now. Yeah, he's definitely 1.7 million. So the fact that he went from his channel on the verge of just being taken away to million just shows like, definitely don't give up on what it is you're doing. And last and definitely not least, I'll say this is the most influential of them all for me personally, TBH, or the Black Hokage, and the entire gaming Illuminati. I mean, I started watching this guy back in 2012 when he was just mainly doing he had a channel beforehand where he did like, he was another one who did like these voiceover bridge parody shows, but I mainly got into him when he was doing trolling videos on Call of Duty. Just watching him just doing that, and then as he grew, like he started doing game reviews, then seeing him branch to other side of content like telling stories, and what's the other one? He had Black Guy Tales and Negro Knowledge, I think, where he just like talk about like words and flip them into like basically like urban words and how we talk about them and why we say certain things the way we say it. Then watching him go from that to one day I just see him just get a group of friends together and they just formed the game in Illuminati, and they dropped the podcast. And of course that is the very same podcast that's inspired me to do my podcast now, all these years later. Watching these guys, yeah, like at first it was just him, and then knowing the backstory, they were mainly just a group of friends that played video games together. Like, they didn't really even know each other like that in person, like in real life. Like they were just close friends in gaming. And the fact that they all was like able to sit down and say, yo, like, got this idea, you can do this, do that, y'all trust in the process. They all went with it and built their brand up. I mean, I would say he's definitely one of the most influential voice in the Black community of the gaming world right now. I know a lot of people are like inspired by him, low-key and such. I guess it's me giving my flowers to him. Like, definitely like watching this man help like motivated me into doing my content creating. Like, I always wanted to do content creating for a while, but you know, it's always that you always need that one push, and like watching his growth and his transition from just being a regular troll, like especially when that was like the thing during that time period. Like there was a lot of trolling videos on YouTube at the time, so I kind of like probably just found his video through recommendation. So because he had catchy titles too, like, oh, black guy trolls on Planet Namek or whatever. So I'm like, yo, like, what is this? Like, what are these titles? So like, it just had no choice but to pique your interest. So, yeah. So watching him transition from that to now, it's like this man has 2 very successful podcasts, a group, definitely doing big things. Very great streamer. If you don't check him out, he streams consistent. But yeah, I mean, definitely check these guys out. You're into video games, anime, animation, just comedy, and yeah, that's mainly it. Like I said, it's gonna be another short one. Just wanna share my little taste of things that I like and people that inspired me or that I just enjoy watching. So that's mainly it. I guess I'll leave this episode with that. As always, of course, guess I'll end my video, of course, with my question of the day. I'm gonna go with the last theme, which would be, what content creator have motivated you to being a content creator, or made you even consider trying it? Like, have you ever sat there and just watched someone that's like, you know, I think I can do this? Like, maybe you were doubting yourself, but seeing someone else can do it. Like, who was that content creator for you? It don't have to be a Black History thing, a person of color, it could be anyone. Just curious to see that there's someone out there who probably motivated you to do what you're doing. Like, you know, maybe there's people who got their podcast started by listening to other people's podcasts. So curious. But with that being said, as always, like I said, my YouTube channel, Digital Relaxation, my Twitch, Digital Relaxation, trying to finish up the Medium there, as well as I have something big plan on my YouTube. I'm trying to like kind of rebrand my channel, so I want to stick tuned with that journey that I'm trying to make. Be much appreciated. My Instagram is digi.relaxation, and yeah, this has been episode 11 of the Relaxing Thoughts podcast, and I am gone. Peace.